Today is March 31st. It's Thursday. It's the same breakfast as always. Nothing new to say there. And it's been raining all night and probably will rain all day. Last day of March vlogging. Here's my standard lunch. My lovely salad, which has croutons, shredded lettuce, mild cheddar shredded cheese, water, Italian, and honey ham. Here, Shay. And I always treat Shay. It's probably really a bad idea. I give her a couple of croutons. Okay, sit. Sit. Good girl. Ready, ready, ready. She refuses to just take it. I have to drop it. And then she sometimes catches it. And Maddie's like, excuse me, what about the cats? And since I have filmed a video from my other channel and it's uploading on my computer right now, normally I try to watch videos while I'm eating my lunch, but I'm going to have to watch TV, so I'm going to be watching the show. It's Underground, and I usually like to watch this during the day when the kids aren't here because it is pretty graphic and there's a lot of violence and language. So I try to do those types of things during the day so I don't have anybody hearing it. And of course then Shay, if I'm resting, she's resting. She can take a little nap. She doesn't have to be on guard right now. Today's dinner it's like a shredded chicken with barbecue sauce and potatoes that I use olive oil, parsley, and what do I do? I don't remember the other spice I put on there, but anyway, and water. I'll have to think about that and let you know. Basil and parsley. I'm working in my quilt room trying to figure something out. I'm going to be talking about it in a short bit, but look at Maddie. I put one piece of material down and she thinks it's her throne. Maddie the Moo. Maddie. She says, I will not look at you. I will not look at you. You might tell me to get down. Hi guys. Well, it's March 31st, the last day of vlogging for March. Not that I haven't had fun, but as I've told you before, we're going to take a little, I think Sandy too, we're going to take a little break from this for April. Not that I'll never put any videos up on the channel. Of course we are. We'll always do our whatever Wednesdays. And Sandy does her weekly updates, and I'm sure she's still going to be doing that. And I'll throw in videos here and there. I plan on it, most definitely. Now, I know I took a little break from doing that for a couple of months, and generally it was just whatever Wednesdays and Sandy's updates. But not that I'm going to do a weekly update, but I probably will hopefully come on at least once a week and just kind of tell you what's happening that week and let you know what's happening in my life. And I just want to explain a little bit more with regard to me starting another channel. I don't want you to think in any way that it was abandoning this channel. I would never do that. I would never do that to my sister. And I really enjoy this community. So that is never going to be far from me. The thing about it is I wanted to do something that led to my, my passion is crafting. It has been my entire life. You can ask Sandy. I always wanted to make something as a child. And so my life, as you probably could have seen by these last 31 days, revolves around quilting and card making and crafting. And so that's what led me to doing the second channel and just having that type of stuff on there. I felt like I wanted to share some things on this channel, but this is called Let's Get Fit. And I'll know Sandy and I aren't really the best ones to be talking about getting fit, but she is, most definitely she is. I should say I am not the best one to be talking about Let's Get Fit. So I just felt like it was kind of like, okay, I'm just going to keep throwing these videos in and you guys are going to be like, okay, I'm here to listen about weight loss. So that's why I'm doing it. That's what I'm going to spend my month of April really concentrating on. It's hard to start a channel. It's hard to build subscribers. Any of you who are doing it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You have to have videos up in order to have people come. And if you don't have anything else on your channel, they might come for that one and they'll say, well, and not come back and not subscribe. So I've been concentrating on that. I did another video today, and it's up on my other channel. And I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to almost do one a day in order to build some videos over there, to try to build a base of subscribers. And then from that, you get referrals and people share, and that's what my hope is. So I've been really busy with that. And today I was just at the end of the day here in my room gonna film this, and I had a thought in my head because I saw this, my friendship quilt again. And I had talked about this more than once, and I was thinking I wanted to have this one be on my bed. And right now I have a queen size bed. This year, most definitely, I will be getting a king size bed. I don't have it yet. I've wanted it for a while. It's on my agenda. And so hopefully, I'm hoping that in this summer, Gary's job is based on commission. He works for a bread company. The summers have more bread or buns sold. And so that's where I kind of like accumulate or can get more money in savings and whatnot. And I'm going to squirrel money away from that extra funds, and I'm going to get that bed. I was going to say hell or high water, but I am. It's come hell or high water. I'm going to get that bed. So I've got some time before I actually need a quilt on my bed. So I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, I'm going to go in my stash, which is just people buy material because it's on sale or they really like it, and then they store it for a someday project. Well, I have done that because I'll always go in the clearance racks and see if there's anything, and I buy large yardage you need for the back of your quilts. You usually need many yards depending on how the size of your quilt. Anyway, and so I thought I'm going to go there and I'm going to measure this friendship quilt. If there's a backing that somewhat coordinates with it, then that's going to be my sign that this quilt is going to stay this size. And so I did. And this is the quilt. Remember the colors? And of course I like similar colors, so this wasn't too much of a stretch, but nonetheless I have the exact yardage of this material. And it's going to be perfect for being on the back. You don't want it to match exactly because you want to have, either side you could have out. And so you get really two quilts out of one. And so that was my answer. I'm going to be getting this ready, and I'll be bringing it to the quilter, this quilt shop that I go to on once a month. I meet my ladies. There's 12 of us who sew together, and she does long arm quilting in this shop, does beautiful work, has done beautiful work for me. And so tomorrow my goal is to get this ready so that I can bring it there on Saturday and drop it off. Now mind you, it could take months before you get it back. It depends on her schedule, and if I ask nicely, I want it back by May 19th. So I'm hoping to get it back by May 19th because that's when we're having our party at the shop where I did this, and we're all supposed to bring our quilts and show everyone else like how we put all the blocks together. So I'm thinking that Barb will go along with that program, hopefully. And so therefore that's my plan on that. And so you say, well, while I was looking in there, I did find some other yardage, and I bought this material, which is enough yardage. It's pretty heavy. This one here, can you see it? It's like sunflower. Again, it was on clearance. People probably didn't like it or whatever. I liked it. I like the colors. These are my colors. And I have over 9 yards of this, which is how much you need to do a king size quilt. So I'm thinking, all right, so I got the backing material for that already. And I went and looked at something. I think I've talked about this before. My friend Mary, who lives in Lansing, picked up these blocks for me. And I had her get 2 because originally I was having her get 2 because I was going to make a quilt for me and a quilt for her for having done, going there all these times to pick it up for me. Well, as it turns out, I already made her another quilt, and I gave it to her last year for her birthday. And it has garden theme. That material spoke to me about her, and so it was like, okay. So I gave that to her last year. Now that was midway, not even midway really, and I had her keep getting these 2 sets of blocks. So now this block, the pattern, it kind of looks like this. It's just a sheet. That was the buck of blocks, so you paid $1 a block, and you got the instructions for them. And this would have been 20 blocks. And then they have the sashing and whatnot in between, blah, blah, blah. I've got not 20 blocks, I've got 40 blocks. So I plan on making this. This will be my king size quilt. I will have more than enough blocks in order to make it the size I needed. I checked in my little handy dandy Quilter's Pocket Reference Guide. I love this book. If you're a quilter, you want this book. It has all the information you'd ever want to know about yardage and how big sizes are and what. So anyway, I just checked to be sure. Could I do it? Yep, I can do it. So I'm going to show you some of the material. And mind you, I've already bought all of this. So it wasn't like I went out and bought something new. This entire quilt is made up with using, it's called Thangles. And it's paper. You put the strips on, you cut them into strips, which they already are all cut. And you sew along these lines, and then you cut them, and you get half square triangles. So it makes it rather easy. And I'm going to just show you some of the materials in it. Now, mind you, my bedroom is green. I think you might have seen it in the past. I have done vlogs from in there. Not vlogs, just like talking to the camera type thing in past videos, so you can see the color green. But it has this set of materials to go with it to make those strips in between. You can see it. Okay. So that'll go nicely with the backing of that. And here's some other of the material. I'll really quickly show you. It's kind of a black with gold. And then we have two different gold materials. It's kind of shining in the light. I apologize for that. And then we have some greens. We have this green. And this green. I'm hoping that shows up without the glare. Sorry about that. I don't know if this is working or not, but I'll give it a whirl. And this one. So, big variation. It's going to look like a really cute, you know, scrappy kind of a quilt that's coordinated. A scrappy coordinated quilt. So now we have some burgundies. Let me try that one better. When I had seen this in the shop, it just spoke to me because these are the colors I like. Burgundies, greens, golds, blues. And speaking of blues, here's some blues. This is the last of them. One more. So as you can see, that's going to be perfect. It's going to look nice. It's going to look like it belongs on a king-size bed. Not that I've made it to belong on a king-size bed. I already have all the material bought. I have everything I need. I even have the batting for both of those. Already had purchased them. So it's like, no, I just got to get it completed. Like, this goal was for 2016, the king-size quilt. So just starting April, I have plenty of time. And that's hopefully a relatively easy one to put together. We'll see. And so that's what I'm going to be working on. Not right now. I'm going to get that one quilt ready for Saturday to bring. I have a couple more videos I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And then, of course, I bring all my stuff to sew on Saturday. So it's good I didn't unpack it, huh? It saved me the bother of having to pack it again. So that worked out. I know I talked a lot about quilting today, but again, that's the reason I'm doing the other channel. And oh, I think my battery's going to be going. So I enjoyed doing this. Thank you very much. Please like this video, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks, guys.